Hi there.
Hi, I'm Keiko at WisteriaSuriRanch. I've been raising alpacas since 2008, and we've had a lot of cute, adorable babies born on our farm. And so today I wanted to share with you some of the things that you want to look out for and some quick fixes for your alpaca baby, because I know it's a nerve-wracking time when they're born and you're looking to see if there's something wrong. Even when you know there isn't. Okay, so one of the first things that you will notice and will get nervous about is, oh, are they nursing? Are they nursing? Are they getting up fast enough? And a lot of times it's just our nervousness that adds to the problem. But there are times when the baby is a little slower, and this is something that's not going to be too big of a problem if you intervene a little sooner than you should. So if you see a baby that's not getting up and nursing and is vibrant, you can use a little bit of Karo syrup or molasses. Just put it on your finger and you can just rub it on their lips. That gives them that sugar rush and they will be up a little bit and ready to nurse. So that's just something real quick to have if you're worried. There are a lot of different products, but I generally like to use as little and as simple as possible. So a little bit of Karo syrup from your kitchen, if you have that, or molasses would be awesome. I have a little piece of paper so I don't forget everything. Okay. Oh, okay, so the next important thing after they're born is to dip their umbilical cord in iodine. They do sell umbilical cord dips, which is, I think, like the proper dilution of iodine. So you can just put it in a little cup and just dip it. Now, a couple days later, I usually wait because it's still wet and I want it to dry completely. We've had babies with umbilical hernia. So what that is their little bellies, or belly button, I guess, is kind of an outie, I think, or that's what it feels like. And so we had called the vet and said, oh my goodness, you know, what do I do? And so what the vet said was to just kind of keep pushing it in so that the opening stays there and that it'll generally correct itself. And it did. We've had a few of those. So every day we would just kind of push the little hernia in, and it corrected, and maybe it would have corrected without us doing that. But it does help your concerns by being able to do something. They do sell an umbilical hernia belt, and I did buy one, but it's a little too, oops, sorry, that was Sophie. It's a little too cumbersome for me, and anytime you got some kind of a contraption on the animal, there's more potential concerns. They can get caught in stuff, and so I don't like using that, and I never have. So that's one. Oh, another very important thing when they're born, you want to check for their jaw alignment. We had one baby that had an injury at birth, we think, and his jaw was a little off, and we were worried, and we wondered, like, is this a birth defect? But it would kind of, move, and it did correct, so it was actually an injury. But that's something to watch for because they will have a harder time nursing. Yes, and when you do check their tail. So when the newborn baby, you can just kind of touch their tail and check for their bone. You want it to be straight, and notice if there's any kinking anywhere, and make a note. So you want to do this as soon as they're born, because those little tail and those little babies can get injured, or mama, or somebody can accidentally step at the very tip of the tail and break it or bend it. So you want to know, and later if you touch their tail and notice that it's kinks at the very tip, you want to know whether it was, if she or he was born with it, or whether it was an injury that caused it. Okay. And, whoopsie. Okay. One other interesting thing that we've had, so some babies are born with their ears flipped inside out, maybe sometimes plastered on their head. It's pretty cute. So they can probably correct themselves, but just to be sure that they're fully corrected right away, it's a really quick fix. You basically put it back to their right position and you put a little masking tape. And usually within a few days, sometimes it takes a week, it will be all normal looking and in the proper position. So that's something you can easily do with masking tape. Yeah. Let's see, what else? Oh, okay. So, legs. We had one baby who didn't have strong enough legs at birth. Everything was fine. So, we're not really sure. It was one baby out of like 40 plus that we've had. And it was kind of like splayed. So he was doing the splits, and we got really worried and thought, oh my goodness, this is a big problem, big deal. Well, it ended up being a really easy fix. All we had to do was do a vet wrap on both of the legs, kind of like the thigh area, femur area. Do wrap on both sides and connect it in the center, about where the leg would be, or if they were standing properly, where their legs would be. So you want that spacing. Wrap it, and he started to be able to get up and walk about, and his legs got stronger, and that was it. No problems ever. So that is really awesome. Easy, quick fix. Vet wrap's only a few bucks, so you can do that. But if they're born with other problems, definitely look into it. Have the vet check. Yeah. Okay, another thing we do watch for is weight. So we weigh them on a little human scale. Somebody will be holding, me or my husband will be holding the baby and checking their weight. When they're born, the first week, sometimes we do check daily because we want to catch that early on. If they're not getting enough milk, you can give the mom some lactation herbs. We've rarely ever had to supplement a baby. It's usually if you supplement the moms with the lactation herbs, the babies start gaining. So that's a really good thing to look into. Okay, he's stressing babies. So we've had one case, really only one case in all these years, and he just wasn't getting up. You could kind of tell he was a little off, and so we gave him an emergency shear, cooled him off, and he was okay. So, and when it comes to babies, we're really careful about giving them electrolytes or not, just because if they fill up on the electrolytes, they're not going to nurse and get the nutrients they need. So we do monitor that. You can give a little bit and then get them maybe more like molasses or something to perk them up so that they will go nurse on the mom. Okay, and definitely have a thermometer on hand if you're not sure, you want to check and be able to call the vet and let them know what the temperature is. And one last little thing, it's not as big of a deal usually, but they can get eye injuries, so having a little actually, there's a product, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's called something like Vitricin, and they have like an eye gel, and that's been amazing. So, we'll wash it out with like a proper saline solution, or just water in a syringe. I'll just kind of rinse it out, and then we'll put some of that eye gel in, and usually, really, you don't have a whole lot of problem. So, in all the years, 10 plus years that we've had babies, these are really all that we've ever dealt with for the most part, the things that we can handle on our own. Bigger things, I always call the vet right away. We have a couple lovely, amazing vets we can call, so we definitely get their help, but hopefully you will find these helpful, and you'll have something to do while the vet's coming to you or you're taking them to the vet. So good luck, have fun, and don't whip, big fly. Enjoy having your alpaca babies. Bye now.